One Yolngu man's life battle to save his people and land against an international corporate conglomerate, Rio Tinto. This is Djalu's truth. He is the Gulpul clan leader and Yidaki healer from Nhulunbuy in northeast Arnhem Land. Djalu is calling for the Yolngu clans and the tribal nations to unite.
You are trespassing on my land.
On my ngura, on my land.
Because I want to get my manda back, land. You are not welcome.
Stop trespassing on my country.
Riddled by asbestos and deemed by the United Nations as worse than third world living conditions, Djalu and his family have been forced into condemned ex-Rio Tinto housing.
NLC told us to leave, go somewhere else. And we got no place to go. This is our home.
And the condition of your houses, what are they like?
They're no good. Got pestis, poison, not for our kids, not for ourselves.
The herbs
Okay.
ground. Poison.
Poison.
Yes. In the sand here.
Yo.
The house.
Gulpul and other Yolngu clan groups and people are suffering at the doorstep of a multi-billion-dollar mining operation.
I came in from Yirkala with my husband and my 4 son. Firstborn was only 4 years of age when we moved in, and it was like nearly 55 years now we've lived.
This is what they live in. A tin shed and a demanible.
Aged 26, with his bare hands, he built a house for his father and uncle so they could stop the mine. He is the unquestionable bloodline connection to country, carer and protector for the Gulpul lands and holder of the Wichita streaming and law.
My name Djlu Gurruwiwi. Master from around the world, around the four corners of Australia. I am okay because other side of the world, Australia. I am nature man now.
Whose land is Bukbuk?
Gulpul land. It belongs to Gulpul.
And
You.
who is the rightful speaker for Gulpul land?
This one here. You. He is the one. You.
Area, my grandfather's land. Land Island, Djalu, William's land, which is here, underneath.
That Wichita goes across the whole country.
4 corners.
Yo, 4 corners. All one dreaming. The Gulpul clan and Djalu have been defrauded from the beginning.
I think this is a historical moment for the family.
That is the biggest enemy that we have.
Yeah,
Signing up to wrong people
wrong people.
and giving royalty to the wrong people.
Yeah,
And saying we're the landlords.
yeah, and they're not.
They're not.
Now, what it meant that time is I signed in, nobody tell a story with me. What sort of that? Very bad men tell people.
Alcan and Indigenous leaders has been 4 decades in the making and is set to deliver $700 million to the regional economy.
It was the first case involving Aboriginal land rights brought by an Aboriginal plaintiff group that was heard in an Australian court.
Nancy Williams, she was the anthropologist adopted by the Yolngu clan. After when everything was over, Nancy had to Nancy Williams has to turn the story upside down and let the non-Indigenous fully to believe her part of the story.
Nancy Williams knew. She's telling everything, wrong story.
This has resulted in Djalu taking extreme measures to stop this fraud by serving Rio Tinto and the Northern Land Council notices. There's a trespass notice to Rio Tinto. If you can pass that on to the General Manager.
Okay.
Much appreciated.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
I can pass it on.
No worries.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks for your time. And if you could just let the General Manager and Rio Tinto know that they have been served. They can ignore it, but it won't go away. On behalf of the Gulpul tribal group, we as Gulpul, original tribal sovereigns of this land, being of bloodline connection, natural state of the country we stand on, from this day forward, revoke your implied right of entry. Trespass onto these sacred lands is now forbidden and revoked to all, unless permit is granted by the original tribal sovereigns. Every contractor, every employee is personally and vicariously liable. Now that we have served the trespass notice on the company, it applies to everybody involved. We as Gulpul original tribal sovereigns of this land, being of bloodline connection, natural state of the country we stand on, from this day forward, we revoke your implied right of entry. Trespass onto these sacred lands is now forbidden and revoked to all unless permit is granted by the original tribal sovereigns. That is the Gulpul family. They are the original sovereign tribal owners of this tribal estate. Okay, this is a trespass notice. The Land Council has been evicted off Gulpul land. Okay, you are required to leave immediately and to never return. All the tribes who have signed, from the various clan groups. We have signatures from all the different clan groups who have signed. One to stand down the Land Council as a representative, and the other one is to support Marlu that this is his land and he has the right to protect it and clean it out. So this is a notice of first and final warning for Mr. Lowe. It is a commercial being. In response to Djalu's actions, the Ridditingu and Gumach corporations released a statement that Djalu signed the 2011 Gove Agreement. Being illiterate and only speaking broken English, Djalu was not afforded legal representation during the signing of the 2011 Gove Agreement.
We didn't know what was in that contract. They put liar behind them. Just put it like blanket. You are the liar story now. You are truth.
Threats were also made to his sister to not translate the contract for Djalu, which adds to the malicious intent and underhandedness of the fraudulent nature of what occurred. By not affording Djalu legal representation, it is evident others had intentions to misrepresent under a false pretense. Those who advised Djalu to sign the 2011 Gove Agreement have acted in a fraudulent manner in conspiracy and company in concert with those who have benefited from the fraudulent contract. There was no informed consent on the basis that Djalu was not fully informed of the contract content that he signed. No contract is valid when fraud is involved.